Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Giants coming in at 7-4, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 8-3.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Bridgewater now. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Give. This is Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a first down throw. Webb. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete. And it's second down. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Webb. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Webb now from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. It's complete to Golden Tate. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. Shifts by him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The first carry now for Paul Perkins. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Perkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Webb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. A play fake. Now Webb. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And the D looking like they may blitz. Shreds the tackle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll try right side with Perkins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down.
Let's go.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. For Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
There's Perkins on 1st down, and despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Past the 20, and he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Here's Webb, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. It's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On the give, it's Perkins. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. In motion left goes Cooks. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A handoff to Perkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They start the drive with Cook, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On second down, Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 93 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Webb, and he's going to go down again. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Bridgewater on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Final play of the half. Bridgewater forced out to his left. He's going to let one. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now let's go.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Pushing his way inside the 40. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. In motion left goes Cooks. Perkins on third down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
They'll run. It's Perkins. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They run the counter with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Bridgewater now on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. And I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Let's go. Back
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it first and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. 4, 6. Dagger.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play.
Let's go. Dagger. 4, 2, Dagger.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Webb. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw, Webb. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And they're able to get this one down to a 25. A very solid gain of 27. Now a first down throw, Webb. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but It's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll send Beckham in motion right. First and goal, Perkins. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Defense showing blitz.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. In motion left goes Cooks. Webb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. And with the play clock running out, Jack Del Rio's going to take a timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. Dances by him. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Cook stripped, the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Webb, now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Explosion.